So, Donald Trump, at the moment, 2 out of every 5 Americans say on polls that they approve of Donald Trump. And a lot of that support is concentrated in the US South. And what we're seeing is that approval of Donald Trump in the US South reflects a much broader conservative tilt in psychology of this location. So as we can see with this lovely map here, about like voting patterns in different states throughout the past, like the 21st century, we can see North and South are really, really different. But it's actually, it's deeper than that, because obviously it's hard to make generalizations between like how the North thinks and the South thinks. And obviously there's a spectrum of opinions in both North and South. But the general political spectrum in the North is considerably further left than that of the South. And when you analyze Southern rhetoric, the policies of Southern politicians, Southern news outlets, you can see that tradition and religion and free markets play a much more significant role in the values of the South, the way that they conceptualize morality, the way they conceptualize psychology, than in the North. But the point that I want to make in this kind of presentation is that these political and cultural differences come ultimately from deeper socioeconomic factors, because culture doesn't emerge in a vacuum. Different groups of human beings behave differently for different reasons. So for example, look at the red states here, like these southern regions and these like western states here. All of these are comparatively more rural, they're less urbanized, they're inland, and their economy is more based on resource extraction, so like farming and mining. Whereas these blue states here tend to be, coastal, more urban, and have economies more focused on trade and manufacturing. But it's even deeper than that. Like the degree of socioeconomic differences between North and South is massive. Like these are 2 different societies grafted onto the same state. And I know you can't really see these stats, but but you can see like the color schemes, you can see the direction these are all going. Poverty in the US South, way higher than you'd think. In 2010 in Alabama, 1 out of every 5 Americans didn't have a consistent source of food. That's the same proportion as Sri Lanka. HDI, Mississippi's HDI is the same as Saudi Arabia. In this graph here, when it comes to measuring education, those white counties, there are swathes of the South where the majority of people have not finished high school. And you can also see differences in religiosity by state, life expectancy, happiness. There's huge degrees of differences here. So, the ultimate reason why the US North and South are so different politically and culturally is because they're so different socioeconomically. Because these are different people responding to different environments, and people are shaped by their environment. But that's not a really interesting talk, is it? We know that different environments raise different groups of people, and that cultural and political changes have underlying factors. The cooler thing to talk about is why. So, this is a very, very simple breakdown. The North and South have very different geography. That is the ultimate root cause of all of this. When it comes to discussing institutions and socioeconomics, before English people even colonized the USA, the ultimate